Hello, my dear children. Today we will start lesson number 20 in your grammar book, Tenses. So, children, if you want to speak good English, then you must have great command on this part of English language, that is tenses. So, let's start without wasting time. So, this word tense is derived from the Latin word tempus, meaning time. Therefore, tense signifies the time of action expressed by the verbs. Verb is the part of the sentence which tells you about when this certain action happened. For example, if I say played, then you will understand that I am talking about past tense, right? And if I say play, this shows present tense, and will play will show future tense. So, verb has three tenses: past tense, present tense, and future tense. The present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continuous. Continuous means still going on. Then, past tense is used to describe things that have already happened. Means earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago, many years ago. Means things that have already happened. And then future tense describes things that have yet to happen, that is coming in your way after this. For example, like you said, tomorrow, next week, next year, 3 years from now. So tenses of a verb indicates the time period during which an action or event has occurred. Now, each of these tenses has four forms: simple present, continuous form, perfect continuous form. One by one, we will see each. First, we will see simple present. So, this form is used to describe feelings, emotions, and our senses. We can also use it for describing people and things in English. It is important to note that we do not generally use this tense for actions that are happening right now. For this situation, we use the present continuous tense. I'll tell you that later. Simple present tense you only use to tell the facts. For example, universal truth. For example, the earth revolves around the sun. This is universal truth. You can't change this. Then, birds have wings. This is also a fact. And your mother's mother is your grandmother. This is also a fact. You can't change these things. So, whenever you will describe a fact, that time you will use present tense. So, this is, I hope, clear that you will use present tense to describe facts, things that you can't change. Okay? Then you use this simple present tense to describe habits and routines. For example, I wake up at 5 o'clock, I brush my teeth daily, I take my vacation every June. So, these things I telling about my habits, my routine. I study for 6 hours a day. So this is telling my routine. I go there every day. I meet my friend daily. This is my habit. Okay. So two things you have understood now. That simple present tense is used to describe facts and describe actions. Now, routines, not actions, routines. Then the third thing that you will learn, that simple present tense is used to describe people and things. For example, she has brown hair. That car is red. Meera is tall. So these things are telling about, are describing people and things. And now fourth is, it is used to describe feelings and opinions. For example, she is angry, we are cold, I smell cookies, Sarah loves movies. This is telling you about feelings, opinions. So now you know that at 4 places you can use simple present tense. First place is to state facts. Second, to describe habits and routines. Third, to describe people and things. And fourth is to describe feelings and opinions. Now listen carefully, children. Verb has 3 forms. This first form, this part, V3 where I have written, V1 here, this part, V1, this part only you use for present tense, okay? For simple present. You use only this form for simple present. You write either play or plays. Now I will tell you when to use play and when to use plays. Okay, this is just an example of a verb. For any verb I am talking about, when you will use write and when you will say writes. So this is just an example. I have taken this verb play. Okay, by now you must be understanding singular and plural. You know this, singular means one and plural means many. Okay, and you also know first person, second person, third person. First person, who is the first person? The person who is speaking, like I will be your first person. You are listening to me, you will be my second person. Okay, you. And third person about whom we are talking, like he, she, it, they, this will be my third person. So whenever you will have singular noun and third person noun, okay, and you have to use this simple present tense, that time you will add s in the verb. I'm telling you once again. For example, if you are saying he plays football, so when I'm saying he plays football, so he is your singular, right? He is only one person. Then it is also a third person. About he, I'm talking about him. So here he is your third person, and I have to speak this sentence in simple present tense. So that time I will put s in the verb. Now once again I am telling you, he, she, it, and all the names you remember. For example, Seema, Mohan, Rita, okay, all these names you remember. So these things are coming in your third person singular. The person should be singular. For example, he is your singular, she is your singular, it is singular, and all the names, okay, all the names, proper noun, will be also your singular. Okay, so you will add s in the verb only when your subject of the sentence is third person singular and the tense is simple present. 3 conditions are there. Your subject of the sentence should be third person, it should be singular, and it should be in simple present. What will be your third person plural subject? It will be like they, children, and girls, women, boys, people. All these things are third person, but it is plural. How you will understand that it is third person? For example, I am talking to you. So I am speaking. I will be your first person. You will be second person. And whoever I am talking about will be my third person. Okay, I is your first person. Second person, the listener जो सुन रहा है will be your second person. And जिसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे हो will be your third person. That time you will use S in the verb. Now let's take few example of this S form. He plays in the park. He plays in the park. Now, children play in the park. Why children play in the park? First of all, this children is third person. Okay. But it is plural. It is not singular. Children play in the park. This is plural. Your subject in the sentence is plural. Now, if I say child, instead of children, if I say child, so child plays in the park, because here the subject child is singular. So child plays in the park. Another example. Teachers teach us. Teachers teach us. Now here the subject teachers is plural, right? I'm talking about many teachers, right? So teachers teach us. There is no S in the verb teach. Now if I take singular teacher, teacher, now there will be S in the verb. Teacher teaches us. So you only remember these 3 points, that the subject of the verb should be singular, then it should be third person, and then it should be in simple present. That time you will use S in the verb, and the other times you will not put S. So this is verb's first form. Let's take few more examples, children. He speaks English. Okay, I have used here S. He is your singular third person, and I have used here S, right? But if I say change the subject of the sentence, if I write instead of he, if I write they, now this is third person but plural. Here I will use speak. They speak English. I hope it is getting clear now. Then if I write Mohan goes to school. Now see, here I have added S in goes. Now if I write we, now the subject is changed. It's third person but plural. We go to school. The more you will practice, you will understand it better. Start speaking this way. Add S in your sentences. And then write at least 5 sentences in your rough copy this way. Singular and plural. Okay? Then only you will understand it better, children. If you think Miss will give us answer, we will learn and we will take our exams and score well. No, you are not going to get good marks that way. So I hope you have understood this much. Present tense only I am teaching you today. Simple present. This much is sufficient for you, I think. And if you have any problem, please ask, children. This chapter is really very important. And watch it at least 2-3 times to get it properly. Still, if there is any doubt, you please ask. Thank you.